Hi, I'm Captain Coppin with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report.
Spring tide's coming in. It's filled up all of our bays, and the back bay is no exception. We're catching good numbers of redfish back here. This is the time of year where I like to throw some topwaters, getting big, explosive blow-ups all through here. A lot of the kayak guys put in the river or come back here and kayak in the back because they can get up in these shallow areas. If you got a shallow running boat, this is the time of year and the place that you want to go and get up into these long little fingers that take you way back here and find good spots that are out of the beaten path where nobody really goes, and just you're really rewarded with some good catches back here. It's almost like you're in a different area catching these fish. Not a whole lot of boats can come back here. So kayak guys, shallow running boats, of course, my big boat doesn't come back here very often, but whenever the tides come up, I can venture up in here, and this is a good place to go where you can get some of that good topwater action and sight fishing, because you'll see tails working up and down these edges. Just throw a jig with some gulp, the gulp shrimp, and a little bit darker color, because sometimes some of these lakes are chocolate milk and some of them are clean. So you just kind of go into these little back lakes, find the clean ones, find the dirty ones. You can sit in some of them that got water pushing out of the mouths and throw some live shrimp on the bottom, catch some black drum, and just have a fun time exploring these little lakes. The river has been really good right now. Springtime is always a good time to fish the mouth of the river, catching both reds, drum, and trout in here. Typically the trout don't come way up in the river. It's reds and drum that you catch. But, this time of year, they venture up in here. The other thing I want to mention is if you go way up the river towards Labani Park, the white bass are up there. So you can fish them up there by the dam, or even go further back up into the river and catch some good white bass. And also the alligator gar. There's tons of alligator gar up in the river. Cup mullet under a float just in those deeper holes, and you'll get some big gar back up in here. Over here on the Portland shoreline, we've been catching some good fish. The trout are in here right now, and we're also catching a few drum. What I like to do is come down here and I fish the old piers that are all broken down on this shoreline. One of the things you have to be careful of when fishing this shoreline is some old structure that has been knocked down. That's the places that you want to target. But you'll catch black drum, you'll catch trout, you'll catch reds all through here, and just do this mainly on a calmer day, because when that wind's cranking out of the southeast, it just makes it tough to fish. But if you got some light winds in the morning and you want to come over here, not a whole lot of boats do it, but it's a good place to come and fish those old piers that are broken down, and you can just go pier to pier to pier. I call it pier hopping, and just throw some shrimp around those pylons and catch plenty of fish.
Captain Coppin, thanks for watching.